So I remember have vague memories of the statue of Azura. I know what Daedric artifact we will be getting. Oh, first off, let me go into weapons. Dawnbreaker. Yeah, it's undead. It's only useful for undead, that's about it. I know what we'll be getting. We'll essentially be getting an infinite soul gem. We have two options to get this, two alternate rewards. I will be getting the one that sides with Azura. After this, we have two more data requests in our quest log. I think we have two more. We have House of Horrors and Mephala. I think that's Mephala, or no, that's Namira. I think. For speaking of Valaris, so we have a couple more to do. We will actually need some troll fact for a later date request from Malakath. I will not be doing that just yet, but keep that in mind. We will need that. We will also need a Daedra heart. So if we come across any, assuming I don't already have a Daedra heart. We actually don't appear. Oh, unless it's on our ingredient. We have two Daedra hearts, so we actually have everything we need for Malakath. So that is actually good. Before we do Malakath's quest, I'm actually going to discover all the locations for all the orc strongholds, and actually work towards towards becoming allies with the orcs. Essentially becoming like a blood brother. I think that's what they call it.
Azura has seen your coming, traveler. It was not curiosity, but fate that has led you here.
What do you mean?
Azura has given me the gift of foresight. I had a vision of you walking up the steps to this altar long before you were born. You have been chosen to be her champion. I know it is unexpected, but do not worry. It will all unfold as she has predicted.
Very well, what does Azura need?
You must go to a fortress, endangered by water, yet untouched by it. Inside, you will find an elven mage who can turn the brightest star as black as night. It is cryptic, I know, but Azura's signs are never wrong. I believe the fortress may refer to Winterhold. Ask if they know this elven enchanter.
I'd like to know more about Azura.
She is the goddess of dawn and dusk. Azura sees into the twilight of the future and guides her followers through it.
Where did this shrine come from?
My people, the Dunmer, built it. We fled from Morrowind after Vvardenfell erupted almost 200 years ago. Those of us who were faithful to Azura were given a vision that led us away from the island before the worst came. This shrine is our thanks to her, that none will forget that she watches over us all.
Are you all alone here?
Yes, there were others at first, but Azura's visions tested everyone's faith. One by one, they left, afraid to know their own future. But I refuse to abandon the shrine. The visions are a gift. Azura warns me of tragedy, war, death, before it happens. I won't leave her guidance.
Alright, so, the word she wants us to take us is actually found in the area of Falkreath. It is the... Am I wrong?
May Azura's...
Oh, it's actually in, okay. We actually gonna go to Winterhold. I guess I was getting ahead of myself. Well, let's go to Winterhold first.
Don't think you can barter with me like I'm one of those damn shops.
Okay. So, something that I'm actually going to talk about, is actually in regards. I mentioned before that I have a major project that I'm going to be slowly working on, and that is my book series. I was planning on using this channel as a way to advertise my book. I was going to. I was actually going to do some videos for YouTube and some focus streams on Twitch, where I will be where I'll be turning my attention towards doing some little bio things or just talking about my book to bring awareness to my book. I've actually decided that that is actually going to put a hold until I publish my book, because it actually makes more sense to discuss what goes on with my book after my book is already done and published. Because as of right now, it's very possible for elements of my book to be subject to change. It could be possible that characters that I may talk about in stream may have their personalities or their behaviors change in the development when I am developing my first book. And in fact, one of the things I was going to talk about is one of the villains of the first book. And I actually kind of made some changes to his character in order to make him be more interesting. So what I was going to talk about initially ended up, where is this taking me? Where I was going to be talking is actually in the end. Where I'm, what I was actually going to talk about initially is actually ended up going to be changing. So
Now here's a man I'm glad to see.
so for that reason, I'm actually going to hold off on doing anything new until
but I prefer to stay close by.
until I actually finish my book and everything is all finalized.
No,
May I help you,
even
Ark?
Vandermeer can
Who
only
sent
do
you?
so much.
Was it the college? The Jarl? We agreed there would be no more questions.
I suppose that's a benefit to having so
Azura.
many customers.
Gods, it's all finally coming back to haunt me. What do you know about soul gems? They are, except the gem is always consumed. They're frail, except for one. Azura's Star, a Daedric artifact that allows any number of souls to pass through it. Some of us wanted to find out how. I was working under Malin Varen then. If only we knew what he was really planning.
What did Malin do?
Malin wanted to alter the star. He was dying, diseased. He thought he could store his own soul inside, become immortal. It drove him mad. Students started dying. Eventually, the college exiled him. He took a few loyal disciples to Ilinalta's deep and vanished.
God damn it!
I don't care who asked you to find the star, but don't take it back to Azura. The Daedra are evil. They're the reason Malin went insane.
My stream buffered again. I have no idea why it's doing that. My stream on my desktop is still running fine. I think the issue may be in my laptop itself. It may not be an issue with the stream. Maybe the issue of my laptop having issues running my stream, which is kind of a shame. I hope it's not coming up on anyone else's end, but that is something that is kind of annoying me.
I mentioned how the star is a soul gem, only it never gets depleted. There's another rule the artifact follows. You can only store white souls in the star belonging to the lesser creatures. Azura's magic won't allow black souls to enter it. As a mortal, Malin's soul was black, so part of his work was breaking past Azura's rules. He was close before. Well, I already told you.
How did the Daedra drive Malin insane?
Azura is no ordinary Daedra. She commands an entire realm inside of Oblivion. The more Malin worked on the star, the more she was able to damn him. It started slowly at first. Malin would see things that weren't there. Then he would yell at students over words they hadn't said. Then one day I walked in and Malin had killed a student, and in a horrific moment of inspiration, he started using her soul for his work.
Sounds like Malin got what was coming to him.
The college would agree with you, but do you have any idea how many innocent lives were cut short just so Azura could have revenge? We're nothing to the Daedra. Pawns to move around, praise and punish as they see fit.
Alright, so we need to head to Ilinalta's Deep. I was actually getting ahead of myself, but Ilinalta's Deep was actually in Falkreath Hold. It is in a sunken ruin by the lake. So, this sunken ruin is actually right here. We are actually going to fast travel to the Guardian Stone. Okay, so let us head over to Ilinalta's Deep and we will get to work on exploring a new dungeon. While I am doing this, I would like to state that, talk about something that is actually somewhat interesting to me in general. Great timing! Mark for death, do I have that? I really hate fighting these dragons. They just do so much damage. Plentiful healing, If I had Dragon Rain, which we cannot get until we go to the end of the story, this will actually be easier. I can't remember if it just prevents them from flying, or it also weakens them. But I honestly cannot wait until I get that, because it will just make fighting these dragons a little bit easier. I'm actually not. I really should probably focus on getting Dragon Blood and Dragon skills, but I think I'll be fine. When I get the max light armor to be fully upgraded and I enchant it, like by fully upgrade I mean in terms of skills, we still have quite a few things to do. When I get light armor actual defender up to level 5, I get custom fit, mashing set, and that's actually pretty much it. Once I get all those skills, I'll probably be like a walking tank, I would think. But this is gonna be a while. That's one of the reasons why I was wanting to go for all the skill points, was so that I can get my armor. My level is to be high enough where I can get all the skills that I want. I think I'll be able to loot that skeleton. That was a really cool dungeon. I remember exploring it in the past, but I can't remember everything about this. It's honestly one of the dungeons that well, honestly, I would say that the dungeon that I remember the most would actually be Bleak Falls Barrow, with a secondary possibility being Labyrinthian. But this is also another memorable dungeon for me. I actually think it's actually a pretty cool area. I honestly love exploring these dungeons. I honestly find some kind of enjoyment to them. And honestly, every aspect of Skyrim, even like the farmy bits, I actually do enjoy. But sometimes it just can be a little bit much. Darkest Darkness is a skill book. I believe. Was found in Ilinalta's Deep. It's actually one that I've already read, so I'm actually going to mark this off real quick. I believe this was from, I'm really doing this just so that I can, make my life a little bit easier when I, actually go for all these. So, Conjuration, Destruction, Panting, Heavy Armor, Illusion, Light Armor, Lockpicking, One-Handed, Pickpocket. This is probably really boring, but I'm trying to do this as effectively as I can to lighten my when I could have sworn that Darkest Darkness was a skill book. I guess not. I guess I was wrong. Alright, well, that was kind of a waste of time. I was trying to make things a little bit easier for myself when I actually go for this achievement. I'll actually be double checking this on my own time. But I could have sworn that there was like a skill book referred to as an, with a author named Anonymous. But I guess I was wrong. In any case, let us continue, and I will double check my notes when I'm reviewing the stream for editing purposes. And I will make special notes of this when I'll make special notes of this when God, I can't think. When oh, come on, brain. When I'm editing this stream for YouTube. I'm actually trying to put more of a focus on skill books just so that I have less to do with actually farming that achievement. That is why I'm focusing more on that. Because this is not only 100% in-game success, this is 100% of achievements as well. As I mentioned many times before in this series, but just for people just tuning in, that is my overall plan.
What was that?
Scented Necromancer. Before I go in there, chest over here? No? Okay, just some tables. Doesn't hurt to check. We are approaching the end of the first hour. We have 2 more hours left to go, so I'm really hoping that I'll be able to get through all of the Daedric quests we have available to us. Here again, we won't be able to get the achievement for getting all 15 Daedric artifacts, but we will be getting somewhat close. We will do all but Hermarius Mora because that is related to story progression. Darkest Darkness again. I swear to God, there's like a skill book written by a guy named Anonymous. Must be a hacker. Actually a pretty cool dungeon. I actually kind of like this area a bit, quite a bit. Getting a lot of potions. I would like to get some healing potions, considering I'm kind of blowing through those. I'm getting more magic than anything. Oh, this is actually a skill book. Vernaccus and Bourlor. This has one already read. Okay, we need to bring the bridge down for Lydia. Really hate Freeze. As I mentioned many times before, but Freeze really sucks. Ow! Okay, let's see. Ash pile, gold. Did I already loot you? I can't remember. I think I did. Oh, wait. Chain lightning. I don't think I have a lightning spell. I'll take... I just got... I think I got his dagger as well. I don't want your dagger. I already have sparks. I'm gonna drop this. I'm assuming that Orcus dagger was his. Ooh, level 67 lockpicking. Actually, I will need to farm that for level 100 for completion's sake. I'm eventually gonna get all skills to level 100. It's really gonna take a while. Another reason why skill books would be very helpful to have. Okay, what is coming up?
You're dead.
Now the one bites the dust. Larian the Mystic. Not a skill book, but it's interesting. But there is a potion. Doors of Oblivion, another skill book that I have read. Before I go through there, what is over here? Ooh, a healing potion, 2 healing potions. Bill Baron Zaya, Mammoth, Dance of Fire. I think that was a skill book, I'm not sure though. Yeah, I'm really just reading these books just to help I get the skill book achievement. But I'm again gonna be showing all the location on future stream. I actually just looted that chest. I can't remember. My memory is not as good as I would like.
What was that?
surprised I actually lived through that. She was actually just some crazy damage with that stupid ice spell. Think I only killed her because of Lydia, so thank you, Lydia. Probably saved my bacon. Is there anything at all interesting in these cells? I'm looking for any possible loot, but nothing really. That's really no point. May go ahead and save because I haven't saved in a while.
Another soul.
Alright, so that is done. Let us loot this guy. We got an orange dart ring. Nothing really. I'll take that black soul gem though. I don't understand like why all these higher level enemies are using ice spells and nothing else. I mean, I swear to God, like vampires often use fire magic, but every other enemy always use frost. It's just really annoying. In any case, let us continue onward. There is no chest that I found in here, so let us move on. And actually, I'm actually gonna take that. Already have frostbite. This is. I may. Actually, don't know if I have that. That only weighs 4, so I'll actually take that and I'll check. We got what we need. We're actually gonna go and give this to Aranea because that's actually, in my opinion, one of the good endings. Let us check to see if it is cleared. It is. I want to go to Lakeview Manor and I want to see if I can disenchant some of my gear. This will hopefully boost my I don't know why, but when that deer just came running in, I actually jumped a little bit. I want to see if I can disenchant some gear, and this will hopefully make it so that I can...
Papa, you're back! I got you a present, Papa. I hope you like it.
Staff of Calm. Where the heck did you get this? I mean, thank you. But it's kind of weird that a child would have a staff. Sword, Orcus, Sword, Torpor. Mace of Ice. This does frost damage to health and stamina. Extreme Restoration. This boosts enchanting to level 39. We are actually going to I am actually going to store the notch pickaxe. Because I don't want to accidentally disenchant that, and really I think I've actually done all the mining I really care to do. I also want to store any Daedric artifacts I have no intention of using. I am honestly kind of tempted to store Mayroon's Razor because I actually don't want to make things too easy for me. I guess I already had all these, so I'm actually going to sell those. In regards to apparel, let us actually go ahead. Percent better versus 20% better. I'm actually going to store the Mask of Cloudicus Vial. I'm actually going to do some inventory management real quick, and I'm just going to sell all my stuff at Bellathor's. And to sell my weapons to a blacksmith. Actually, I'm actually gonna sell my weapons to the fence because he actually has more money. And so I'm used to start to Bellathor, and I'm actually gonna go over to my fence in Whiterun, sell the rest of the stuff because I want to get rid of some. I have like 100,000 gold, but over 100,000 gold, but I actually don't plan on using like any of that. So